Today, I am going to demonstrate to you how you can make an LED lamp in a quick and practical manner right here in this location. Shall we proceed with our plan of action? Hey guys from the visual communication field, I'm Marcos Alcazar and I'm recording another video for you. Guys, I'm going to make this LED lamp here. And this is for you to have an idea of how I speak. You can do it in a much better way, much more practical, but I believe that by making this video here, it will give you ideas. Or help you also make a lamp like this from scratch. Remember that I used a router to do this, but you can do it on a milk and rolling cutting machine. You will develop any better strategy. And if you can come up with a better strategy, please leave it here in the comments. It will help us a lot to improve our process. Before this video goes on, don't forget to follow our page on Instagram, CV Dicas Brazil. There are more tips on Instagram than on YouTube. Presently, I have the neon strip, which is a type of strip with neon LED lights. I brought it here to give you an idea of what it looks like and how it functions. It is nothing more and nothing less than an LED strip that goes inside this neon hose, and this silicone, this rubber here, PVC. Some are PVC and others are silicone. It provides the uniform distribution of our color, right? So look, there is a crack here. See, if it was not a crack, guys, if it was just an adhesive, just a marking, you could be gluing here, but it is a bit more difficult. You could be gluing. Let me cut a piece here just so you have an idea. As I have shown you previously, this LED strip has these markings. This one is every 2.5 inches. So whenever you cut on the marking and place it on top. And if you were gluing, right, in case you do not have a milling machine, a rhino, you can use alternative methods like sanding or filing to achieve the desired shape. It's important to be cautious and precise in your measurements to ensure a proper fit and avoid any potential damage to the LED strip. When employing a router, you have the option to utilize the Alma superglue for creating precise markings on the laser cutting machine. Let's assume that the desired marking is represented by this particular line. The key technique to bear in mind is to avoid generating excessively sharp lines in order to prevent any potential damage to the LED inside. Therefore, the sole task you would need to perform is to use Alma superglue preferably. It is worth noting that some individuals opt for using PU or silicone instead. Simply take a moment to observe and determine based on your personal preference and specific requirements. Take into consideration that different people employ different materials for this purpose. So I was forming it in this location, but then it ultimately ends up requiring a considerable amount of time. Isn't that right, gentlemen? Take a look at this. Then you will need to wait for it to dry. Anything like that, you have to wait for it to dry. Some individuals prefer to use UV glue, applying the glue and then utilizing the light, allowing the UV light itself to dry the material. In addition, we also offer our super glue accelerator. Therefore, you could also use that option if you don't have access to the router. Observe how you can shape it perfectly, despite the slight blurriness in this particular example. This demonstrates that the glue doesn't leave a whitish residue, making it a useful trick. I've intentionally applied a generous amount here to illustrate how it would be without our router, such as the Rhino model that I currently possess. It's a great alternative for achieving the desired outcome. So you see, guys, there's no difficulty at all, no difficulty whatsoever. Well, guys, for me it's easier. The router bit I have of 6mm already gives me the hole, the opening for us to put in. It's a simple process that requires no additional tools or complicated steps. Trust me, anyone can do it with ease. And you know, the only thing we need to do is pass the LED through the slots in order to determine the size that we are going to utilize for the LED lighting. Typically, the stitch points in this area won't match, but we'll cut here first. I'll cut it here. Be careful not to damage the acrylic. Take caution to avoid any harm to the acrylic material. As I've already mentioned to you, I'll leave the link here in case you want to buy, but there are better options. We will always have to use a thinner wire that you can find with two colors, two parallel colors, so we can identify which one is positive and which one is negative. And we already know that he will have to make an overlap. I can't just cut the LED here, guys. If I cut it, it will damage the LED circuit, so I'll have to practically perform plastic surgery here on this material. And everything I'm telling you is just to give you guys an idea. If you develop a better project, a better strategy, you can share it with us. You can also keep it to yourselves, but share it in the comments. it will be cool. I'm just going to make a small mark here for me to know where I have to cut. And I'm going to perform plastic surgery here, cutting the silicone without cutting my LED strip. That's the plan, and it's important to proceed with caution. In this particular scenario, man, you practically need to possess the knowledge and skills that are necessary to perform surgery. We're cutting here. Let's see if I can do it when I film. We are in the process of cutting, and I will assess my ability to do it while filming. What I'm basically going to do is remove the neon hose PVC rubber silicone from the strip. I must break up with her. Observe this. I am unable to remove it because I am unable to remove it, or I simply could not cut here because it would completely ruin it. Isn't that right, guys? So I have my LED strip here. It fits perfectly in this spot. Look, I will place it here just to give you all an idea. It fits really nicely here. Look how cool it is. Now, what we need to do is mark this spot. Just make a small scratch right here. I am scratching it. The liner is scratching it. And I am going to use my drill to create a hole here in order to thread the wire inside, and it's done. Mission accomplished. Task completed successfully, as planned, without any issues or complications. Look, at this moment, I already have the hole drilled in this particular spot. I am going to take this little wire here. I am going to cut a piece of it so that it stays in the sequence just right. I will show you the process. You see, one is larger in size while the other is smaller. Now I'm going to make use of the soldering machine, all right, guys? It is ideal that you are wearing glasses, a mask, all nice and neat. However, during recordings, we do not utilize those items. That's exactly for the crowd to go all out later. I'll put the soldering machine here, but some people have a base, but not the machine. This is merely to ensure that I do not damage or avoid the possibility of damaging my cold air intake system. There's a booth over here. I'm going to put some solder on the tip here. Ready? I'm really bad at this, okay, guys? So you guys can make fun of me all you want, but I've already put the solder on the tip of both wires. And at this moment, I am going to position the solder right here on the tip of the LED, which will significantly enhance the ease of the task. I will put this up here. The welding machine doesn't help either. Prepared. I will position the positive terminal here. Typically, I utilize the colors red and black for this task. So I will place it in this location. Here. And in addition, I will also put it right here in this location. YouTube shows me 80% of the viewers who follow our channel are not subscribed. So, dude, subscribe to the channel, and that will motivate me to record cool videos like this. What should I do, gentlemen? Prior to placing the piece itself, I will cut a wire at this location and leave it hanging. Can I stay here? Before I connect everything there, I always test circuit by circuit to avoid the risk of any potential malfunctions or electrical hazards. I do not know. Assembling everything and then encountering issues, so I always test here to verify if nothing is burnt. Look, everything is flawless, right? So there will not be any danger. After assembling, the unfortunate news is I will have to apply more glue in this area. The unfortunate news of having something burnt, so I test before assembling. Now that I have completed all these steps, the only remaining task for me here is to pass the wire through the hole in this location. Look, I am going to assemble it now without applying glue beforehand, folks. This is the current situation that I am facing. It's more or less assembled. At this moment, I have the capability to perform this action here in several distinct ways, or alternatively, I have the option to effortlessly, my friends, relocate the small LED here and shift it to this location. And leave it in an assembled state like this, do you see? Of course it will appear here, but very closely it will appear, and it's working. Look, it's working for sure. Or you can do what I usually do, pass cut this part here, do a surgery here. Let me show you how I can eventually do it. I am going to cut it at this point, so please be careful not to cut your finger, guys. And look, I am opening it right here. Take a look at this. I open it and hide one inside the other. And now we need to put a little bit of glue in this area. It is a bit crooked, guys, but that is simply because I have not glued it yet. So, let us just test it out here, you see. Always remember to do it letter by letter and test it to avoid any potential problems. Look at that perfection, man. It is absolutely top-notch. The quality of this craftsmanship is truly remarkable and deserving of utmost praise. I am in awe of the precision and skill demonstrated in this creation. Well done, indeed. This is an exceptional piece of work that showcases your talent and dedication. I cannot express enough admiration for the level of detail and artistry involved. Bravo! In the vast expanse of the galaxies, we find ourselves diligently working on the other components. The recommended approach is to prioritize the core initially, and then proceed with the remaining parts. However, you have the flexibility to approach it in any way you prefer. I have personally conducted tests and successfully implemented this method. Presently, we will review and address certain areas that require adhesive to ensure secure attachment. The matter of concern is the issue of the glue leaking into adjacent areas, which has raised significant alarm and requires prompt action to avoid additional harm and potential risks in the impacted vicinity. I just stumbled upon this tip here. It's possible that it came with some piece that I bought. Oh, now we just need to figure out how to use it properly. Simply give it a fixed period of waiting for it to dry. Now it looks really cool, and just continuing here, showing you what I did here also again. This one is a white neon light, which adds a stylish touch to any space. A white neon, so here we cut it to increase the word count. As I have already demonstrated to you, remove the envelope, remove the rubber here, cut, and make it fit properly by adjusting the size and shape accordingly. This step is crucial to ensure a perfect fit and proper functionality of the final product. Look, I cut here, and the only thing I am going to do now is make one fit inside the other, look the perfect joint, but before that I am going to do the soldering. Wow, dude, this is so incredibly beautiful. It's absolutely perfect, man. I'm in awe of its breathtaking beauty. You know, some people here had an issue. I'll use glue to secure it, or maybe it's not needed. I can leave it as is. Dude, check out the joint on this one. It's perfect. Some edits always end up better than others, right, guys? This one was the first. It did not turn out well. This is already the second one, because I do not actually perform this task very often in this place. So it is normal that some may not be so perfect, but then you begin implementing superior strategies that you acquire to perform increasingly top-notch, but observe how exquisitely beautiful it is. This ring is white, this one is red, and we'll make the other parts. I've made one here. I think I'll change it. Maybe I won't change it, but the smaller the piece, the harder it is for you to shape. Now, I'm not going to record the whole process because I've already shown you how the process goes. In a little while, I'll show you the final result, and we can talk about prices, anything else. So guys, fundamentally what I'm doing is bringing the wire paths here along with the milk marking. And whenever I'm doing this, I'm using this spaghetti here, as you can see. We're doing this. I'll just do the final part here so you guys have an idea of what I'm doing here, because otherwise the video ends up being very, very long. And the purpose of the video is not for it to be excessively lengthy. Therefore, I need to ensure that I provide a concise demonstration without unnecessary elaboration or unnecessary details that may extend the duration of the video. Look, the positive and negative aspects that we are detecting here, you see, we mark the position more or less accurately, spread it around a bit, take a look, bring them together, and analyze the gathered data to gain insights. And here we also solder it so that there is no risk of oxidation over time or anything like that. And now let me grab a piece of spaghetti for sure. My son disappeared with it. Look, son, do you want to record the video? We're already recording the video. Son, look there. Say hi to the folks from the visual communication area. Look at the camera. At this moment, we are presenting an item known as a Sareko, which is a portable lighter. This particular lighter is available for purchase on the internet, specifically on a platform called Mercado Libre. Throughout our demonstration, we have put together a visually appealing setup, utilizing the color yellow for reasons that escape my memory. Nevertheless, as I always say, when recording a video, it is inevitable that mistakes will occur, leaving behind our unique mark. Consequently, we must strive to do our utmost to conceal any imperfections as much as possible. The wire will consistently emerge from a single designated location where it will be connected. Therefore, if you are interested in acquiring this portable Sareko lighter, I highly recommend checking it out on Mercado Libre. It is an excellent accessory to possess, particularly for individuals who are frequently on the move. Do not pass up this opportunity to obtain a remarkably cool lighter that you can conveniently carry with you wherever the need arises. This is essentially the final soldering operation that we are going to carry out, and at this stage we apply this retractable hose spaghetti to ensure proper functionality and organization of the components. And now, Davi, shall we test it here, son? Where's the other wire? There you go, son. Hey everyone! All things are illuminated, so let's release it at this location, and at this moment we are going to examine the procedure I employ. Individuals, to arrange the wire, we must utilize the accelerator that dries extremely rapidly, so it is extremely simple for us to accomplish this. We are moving through here. Adhesive dries very quickly. We do not need to dedicate a considerable amount of time holding this at this location. The process I use is efficient and effective, allowing us to complete the task swiftly. The quick drying accelerator facilitates our progress, making it a straightforward and time-saving endeavor. Consequently, we can swiftly move on to the next step without any unnecessary delays or complications. The efficiency of our process saves us valuable time, enabling us to work efficiently and meet our deadlines with ease.
And in case we're not careful, we could end up gluing the wrong things here, and that would be a mistake we want to avoid. It's wrong, so we have to walk a little faster. And whoever is editing the video or anything, the only thing we're doing is applying the glue, and it dries very, very quickly.
I nearly glued my finger here now, but it is normal to glue your finger. It is not enjoyable. And we are observing, we are coming out here. Look, just 2 wires here behind, guys. If the wire were white, the finger would be indicating here. The finger is recording. If the wire were white or if the wire were black, it would be even better, guys. But we end up having to use 2 colors because of the positive and negative. So it is easier, but if you have time to use the positive and negative in the same color, but then you have to test to see it will be even better. So guys, look, it is finished. It's all done now. Everything is complete. We can finally move on. We can proceed further. We can continue ahead. No more delays. Let's keep going. Onwards and upwards. Essentially, we have successfully finished creating the letter K using milk. Take a look, guys, at the ultimate outcome of this project. And you know what, Davi? It turned out absolutely fantastic. The only thing is, it's still wet, so I'll only remove it once I deliver it to my client. However, this right here is essentially the final result that I've been aiming for. I am really pleased with how it has turned out, and I can't wait to show it to my client. It has been a great success. We can drill in this location, put up the bracket, hang it up, as you can see right here now, the one that belongs to us here at Open. But essentially it was just to demonstrate to you, hey guys, regarding the LED, we incurred a cost of approximately $200 for the LED component in order to produce this lamp right here in our workshop. $200 for the LED. I have no idea about the acrylic because I used a scrap we had here of 8 mm acrylic, and this size ended up being approximately 1 meter by 37 centimeters. 92 centimeters by 37, and we spent approximately, as I already told you, $200 on LED. So I'm pretty lit up here, so I think I can say that we had $150 worth of LED. The measurement is 4.50 meters to be precise, not LED. Additionally, there is approximately half a meter of length here, along with a meter of red LED. And it turned out really, really cool. It looks spectacular. And you can charge around, I see people charging this here on the black market around $1,200, $1,800, up to $2,000. You can charge for this here, but it's a very relative thing. I'm not here to tell you the value you should charge. I spent around 2.5 hours here. I am going to estimate it as 3 hours in order to complete this lamp. I can easily make 3 of these lamps per day here, and they turn out really nice. We can attempt alternative methods by testing the lifespan of MDF, and undoubtedly its cost will be significantly lower in comparison to acrylic, which is exceedingly costly. Also, remember that you can place and use this one here directly. With the photo of the record, make a hole here and stick it with TechMod or anything else, or with a laser. You can do it in many ways. This is just for you to have an idea of how it's done, beauty guys. So guys, that was another video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram. Thanks guys, goodbye, amen, see you.